at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up. Come on, Rick.
They go play action with Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Now Joe Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
To throw on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. To return is Taylor. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Steelers nothing.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Pickett forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow will throw. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the first-round pick and T. Higgins the second.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
After another really nice run, this is where the defense coordinator earns his money. These guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Burrow on first down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second down, Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
On one, right?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Pickett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Off play action. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pickett. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And McPherson on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Steelers nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing on 1st down. Pickett flushed out right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him. Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Being chased out left. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 30, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals JD. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime. And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half? Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
That's it, baby.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some space here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 36-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Off the bootleg. Pickett. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now his quarterback at Cincinnati.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mixon with a 1st down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 123 yards on the ground for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards. Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A handoff to Mixon. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So he...
Thank you.